A topic of great concern among Easton residents over the last few years has been our flat and declining property values. What would you do to address this issue and hopefully reverse the trend?
Thank you. So I'm a rule follower, so I guess I'm going to sit down and stay sitting as I was asked. Basically, property values depend on how much people want to come to Easton and buy houses. So the question is really, what makes that happen? Well, people come to Easton really traditionally for two reasons. Number one is the schools, because clearly most people come here to raise family as young people. They also come here because Easton is, look out the window, such a beautiful place. But I think there's a third reason that will draw more people here and will support our property values. And it's a reason that's really become clear in the last year with a place called Risers. And for those of you who haven't been there, just the transformation, to drive by on Thursday pizza night and see how much people actually enjoy coming out and being part of the company. And I thought this was a young people's thing when it started, but we go on pizza night and everybody from Easton's there. I think that promotes community. I think we need more people to come, and if people want to come and live in Easton, then property values will go up.
Great. Thank you, David. Wendy?
Thank you. Property value devaluation in the state of Connecticut is not unique to Easton. The state has been run by Democrats for a long time, and we're still suffering when the rest of the country seems to be bouncing back. The Board of Selectmen and the town is charged with two things: keeping people safe and educating the children. If we do that right, then the rest should fall into place. But we can only do it within the confines of what we've been given, and the taxing that's been going on in Hartford is not helping our cause. So we can do what we can within our confines, but if it's in an environment that isn't conducive to us becoming better, there's not much more we can do about it. Keep people safe, educate them properly, the rest should fall into place.
Thank you, Wendy. Bob?
Thank you. I think we need to develop a strategic plan for promoting Easton. We need to let people know what a great community this is, what wonderful farms and trails and places like Risers that we have. And if we start kind of bidding war for houses in Easton, that will promote our property values. We also need to keep our school system strong, because nothing is more closely connected to the value of your home than the quality of our schools. I think things like community resources like Risers, as David mentioned, are a great thing and make our town more attractive in an environment where people, especially young people, choosing where to live, want to be near services and attractions like that. So we should try and market ourselves by using social media, since we don't have a newspaper, to do that in order to generate more interest in our wonderful town.
Thank you, Bob. Christy?
For my day job, I work for the Connecticut Association of Realtors as their spokesperson. Declining and flat property values are not unique to Easton. It is a statewide issue that is tied to the statewide economic picture, the stability, the budget issues that we've seen over the past few years. So how do we address that in Easton? We can't fix what's going on in Hartford, here in our own little town, but we can manage it as best as we can. Desirability is a big factor in that. It is wanting people to come here, wanting people to see what we have. You have to give them something in order to make them come here. The schools, safe towns, and the rural character that defines Easton and does make us unique. I was approached earlier this year by several people in town who are interested in better marketing our town. There are people willing to put in the time, the energy, and the effort to, whether it's build that social media campaign, whether it's to get in touch with realtors in Westchester County or New York City and say, look, when you're finding people that want to move out of the city and find a nice country place to call their home, maybe Easton should be on your list. There are a number of things we can do to make our town more marketable, more desirable, to put it on the map for people who may not be aware of it, in spite of the fact that we may not be able to address the property issues or the property values themselves. We can do the best we can to make people want to come here.
Thank you, Christie. Let me just say, before we go any further, just to make this a little simpler, so I'm not interrupting each of you when you run up against time, kind of keep an eye on Vince over there, and he'll wave to you when you've got about 10 seconds or 15 seconds left, so you know you need to wrap up your answer, okay? I think it would work better that way.
Yes.
Dave, Dwight, your turn.
I gotta disagree with all of you. The reason our property values are falling south is you have every real estate agent in town selling us short. Easton is an oasis. It's a jewel of Fairfield County. The only credit I give to my competition here is, yeah, we need to rebrand. What I propose is to bring in the real estate agents, have a seminar, talk to them, retool them. They're selling us short by the perception that our taxes are too high. A couple clicks, yes, but our property values are so far diminished, it's actually a steal to come to Easton. Now, they just discovered toxins at the Fairfield dump. The millennials buying these $1 million homes that surround them are going to wake up and see time to get out of Fairfield. There's even belief that some of those toxins got spread on the athletic fields. Gotcha.
Okay. Thank you, Dwight. So for the second question,